From the very beginning of Justin Bieber's rise to fame, the world has been captivated by his journey from a small-town Canadian boy uploading videos on YouTube to becoming one of the biggest pop stars in the world. And while headlines now talk about massive numbers like a $31.5 million bill connected to financial disputes, what makes his story truly engaging is the way it intertwines with the larger world of celebrities, careers, fashion, philanthropy, and the ups and downs of life in the spotlight. Because Justin is not just a singer, he is a cultural icon who has influenced an entire generation with his music, style, and openness about his struggles and triumphs. And when we think about these astronomical figures tied to his name, it is impossible not to also think of the human being behind them, the boy who once sang One Time and Baby with a wide-eyed innocence, who later found himself thrust into controversies, relationships, and comebacks that shaped the man he has become today. And what makes this world of celebrities so fascinating is that each star has a story like this, a narrative of beginnings, breakthroughs, hardships, and reinventions that inspire millions across the globe. Just as Justin has navigated the weight of fame, others, like Selena Gomez, his former flame, have carved out paths of resilience and creativity. Selena has been open about her mental health struggles and her battle with lupus, transforming her challenges into platforms for advocacy and awareness. She is not just an actress or a singer. She is a role model for young people seeking courage and vulnerability. And when you look at her career, from Wizards of Waverly Place to chart-topping hits to her makeup brand Rare Beauty, it becomes clear how these celebrities transform personal pain into powerful influence. And the same can be said for stars like Lady Gaga, who reinvented what it means to be a pop star by blending art, fashion, and activism. She began as Stefani Germanotta, performing in small bars, and rose to global superstardom by daring to be different and unapologetically bold. Whether it was arriving at award shows in unforgettable outfits like the meat dress, or using her platform to champion LGBTQ rights and mental health causes, Gaga shows how reinvention is at the heart of celebrity success. And this theme carries across to actors like Robert Downey Jr., who went from troubled beginnings and public struggles to becoming the beloved Iron Man, redefining the superhero genre and reminding the world that comebacks are always possible when paired with resilience and determination. And when we think of comeback stories, we cannot forget Britney Spears, who has been through a very public journey of highs and lows. From being the princess of pop to enduring the conservatorship that sparked the Free Britney movement, Britney's story highlights the connection fans feel to their idols, showing how support can transcend music and become a global movement of empathy and advocacy. And this fan connection is one of the most powerful elements of celebrity culture, because it is what makes someone like Taylor Swift not only a record-breaking artist, but also a cultural phenomenon. Taylor has turned her storytelling into anthems for millions while carefully evolving her image from country darling to pop star powerhouse to indie folk storyteller and beyond. And each era has been accompanied by carefully curated fashion aesthetics, from cowboy boots to glittering pop star dresses to soft cardigans, creating not just music, but a cultural identity that fans around the world adopt and celebrate. And while Taylor writes songs that feel deeply personal, stars like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson show us another side of fame, the relentless work ethic and positivity that inspire millions beyond the screen. His journey from wrestling to Hollywood to entrepreneurship with ventures like Terramana Tequila proves that charisma combined with authenticity can turn a celebrity into a global brand that transcends generations. And when we explore these journeys, we see that behind every headline, every jaw-dropping number or glamorous red carpet look, there is a human story of dreams, challenges, growth, and resilience. And that is why when we hear about Justin Bieber's latest financial headlines, it becomes part of a much bigger picture, one where celebrities navigate not only artistic expression, but also the business side of fame, the investments, the risks, the victories, and the losses,
all while remaining symbols of aspiration for their fans around the globe.
And when we dive deeper into the world of celebrity finances, it becomes clear that the dazzling numbers often hide complicated stories. Because with every multi-million-dollar headline, there are teams of managers, lawyers, advisors, and business partners working behind the scenes to manage the whirlwind of money, fame, and opportunity. And Justin Bieber, like many others, has experienced both the joys and the challenges of this system. From buying luxury homes like the $25.8 million Los Angeles mansion where he and Hailey create memories, to facing financial disputes and bills that remind us that success comes with responsibilities. But Justin is far from the only star navigating this balance. Because look at Rihanna, who went from being a teenage girl from Barbados to becoming one of the richest women in the world, not only through music, but by branching into fashion and beauty with her Fenty empire. She built an inclusive brand that disrupted the beauty industry, making billions while also using her wealth and influence to support global education and disaster relief efforts, showing that financial power can be channeled into meaningful change. And her story aligns beautifully with that of Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty and faced adversity, yet became a media mogul and billionaire philanthropist, whose generosity has touched millions through schools in Africa, scholarships, and advocacy for underrepresented voices. Oprah's journey is the epitome of how celebrity influence can evolve into something far larger than personal fame. And when we transition to the acting world, we see similar patterns, because stars like Leonardo DiCaprio have balanced blockbuster success with environmental activism, using his platform to raise awareness about climate change and sustainability. His career, spanning from Titanic to The Revenant, demonstrates how an actor can dominate Hollywood while also staying true to personal values and inspiring change on a global scale. And speaking of environmental passion, we cannot ignore Shailene Woodley, who not only made her mark in films like Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars, but also became known for her activism, particularly around environmental and indigenous rights, reminding fans that being a celebrity is not just about the roles played on screen, but the impact one chooses to make off-screen too. And in a completely different way, someone like Beyoncé has redefined celebrity influence through both artistry and business. Her concerts are not just performances, they are cultural events. Her fashion choices set trends across the globe. Her philanthropy empowers communities. And her presence alongside Jay-Z demonstrates how a power couple can leverage fame into an empire that spans music, art, business, and activism. Their journey inspires fans to see marriage not just as a personal relationship, but as a collaboration of vision, creativity, and ambition that can change industries. And these stories fit perfectly into the larger tapestry of celebrity life, where each individual brings their own style of impact. Because take someone like Zendaya, whose transition from Disney star to Emmy-winning actress and fashion icon has been seamless. She is not only admired for her acting in Euphoria, but also for her red carpet fashion moments that consistently earn praise from designers and fans alike. And she represents the new generation of stars who blend authenticity with professionalism, carving spaces where their voices matter not just in entertainment, but in conversations about diversity, representation, and empowerment. And at the same time, stars like BTS from South Korea have proven that celebrity influence is now truly global, with their music breaking records worldwide, while their message of self-love and mental health awareness has resonated across cultures, languages, and generations, showing that the power of celebrity can unite people in ways politics and borders often cannot.
And when we think about the global impact of celebrities, it is impossible not to mention the legacy of Michael Jackson, who, despite the ups and downs of his career, remains one of the most influential entertainers of all time. His music videos stars like Thriller and Billie Jean revolutionized the industry. His concerts brought together people of every culture, and his humanitarian work, especially donations to hospitals and children's charities, showed that even someone at the pinnacle of fame could still focus on giving back. And in a more modern sense, artists like Taylor Swift carry that same torch of influence. She has transformed from a young country star into one of the most powerful figures in music. Her songwriting has connected deeply with fans worldwide. Her tours, such as the Eras Tour, have broken attendance records and generated billions. And her ability to stand up for artists' rights in the music industry has reshaped how streaming platforms and record labels handle their business practices. She uses her voice not only to entertain, but to fight for fairness and to empower others. And her close bond with fans is something extraordinary, because Swifties do not just listen to her music, they see her as a role model, someone who has been vulnerable about love, heartbreak, challenges, and triumphs. And that vulnerability inspires loyalty and admiration. And when we look at the acting world, we see something similar with actors like Robert Downey Jr., who went through public struggles yet rose again as one of Hollywood's most beloved figures. His comeback as Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is one of the greatest redemption stories in cinema history, reminding fans that no matter how far someone may fall, there's always a chance to rebuild and shine brighter than ever before. And that idea of resilience is echoed in the story of Demi Lovato, who openly shared her struggles with mental health and substance abuse, and then turned those experiences into advocacy. Her music now serves as a voice for countless fans who may feel alone in their journeys, showing that celebrities who embrace authenticity can help change the conversation about wellness and healing. And in a similar way, Lady Gaga has blended artistry with activism, whether through her groundbreaking performances in music and film, or through her Born This Way Foundation, which champions kindness and supports mental health awareness. Gaga has become more than an entertainer. She is a cultural icon who has used her influence to help marginalized communities and push boundaries in creative expression. And beyond music and film, the world of sports celebrities also deserves recognition, because athletes like Serena Williams have proven that celebrity status extends far beyond entertainment. Her dominance in tennis is legendary, but her advocacy for women's rights, racial equality, and motherhood has also inspired millions. Her fashion brand and business ventures remind us that athletes, too, can diversify their influence and create long-lasting impact while inspiring the next generation. And this blending of sports and celebrity is also visible in figures like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, who are not just football legends, but global ambassadors of excellence. Their names transcend sports because they embody discipline, determination, and philanthropy, with Ronaldo frequently donating to hospitals and charities, and Messi funding children's healthcare and education programs, proving that celebrity athletes carry as much cultural weight as actors or musicians. And when we return to Hollywood, the story of Jennifer Lopez stands out as an example of versatility, because she has built a career as a singer, dancer, actress, and entrepreneur, defying expectations and continuing to reinvent herself decade after decade. From her early days as a fly girl to her Super Bowl halftime show and her business empire, she demonstrates what it means to evolve in the spotlight and still remain relevant while inspiring fans of every generation.
And another figure who has shown remarkable evolution is Miley Cyrus, who began her journey as a Disney Channel star playing Hannah Montana before stepping out into a bold and sometimes controversial music career that constantly challenged expectations. Yet over the years, Miley has matured into an artist with an incredibly powerful voice, both literally and metaphorically, using her music to inspire empowerment, and her Happy Hippie Foundation to support homeless and LGBTQ youth, demonstrating that growth in the spotlight can lead to meaningful impact. And if we look at another powerful woman in entertainment, Angelina Jolie comes to mind, because her career spans award-winning films and blockbuster roles, yet her influence stretches far beyond the screen.
As a humanitarian, she has served as a United Nations ambassador, advocating for refugees around the globe. Her work has brought awareness to crises that otherwise might have been overlooked, and her willingness to balance fame with global activism has inspired countless fans to think bigger than themselves. And then there is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, whose story of resilience is practically legendary. From being cut from professional football to finding fame in wrestling and then building one of the most successful acting careers in Hollywood, he embodies charisma, discipline, and connection with fans. His ability to inspire through motivational messages, fitness, lifestyle, and philanthropy shows that celebrity influence is not only about glitz and glamour, but also about perseverance and authenticity. And when we shift to the world of fashion, we cannot overlook icons like Kim Kardashian, who, despite early controversies, has transformed into a powerful businesswoman with Skims and KKW Beauty, while also stepping into law and prison reform advocacy, redefining how reality television stars can use their platform for influence and social change. And in contrast, her sister Kylie Jenner became the youngest self-made billionaire through Kylie Cosmetics, showing how social media has redefined fame and business opportunities for the younger generation, proving that a strong brand and connection with fans can create unprecedented success. And speaking of social media, we have to highlight how stars like Charli D'Amelio rose to fame through TikTok, turning dance videos into a global career in entertainment and business. Her story symbolizes the democratization of celebrity, where talent and relatability can catapult someone to international fame almost overnight. And in the music world, Harry Styles has also captured hearts with his career evolution, from boy band superstar in One Direction to a solo artist known for breaking gender norms in fashion and promoting kindness and inclusivity. His concerts have become safe spaces for fans to express themselves freely, and his boldness in fashion choices has challenged traditional perceptions of masculinity, making him not only a music icon, but also a cultural trendsetter. And this blending of artistry and activism is also seen in Billie Eilish, who broke into the industry with a unique sound and style, winning multiple Grammy Awards at such a young age, and using her voice to speak on environmental issues, mental health, and authenticity. Her journey highlights how the youngest stars of today are also some of the most thoughtful and outspoken leaders of tomorrow.
And when we think about the way celebrities influence not only culture, but also generations to come, we cannot overlook figures like Priyanka Chopra Jonas, who transitioned from Bollywood superstardom to Hollywood recognition, proving that talent knows no borders. Her marriage to Nick Jonas also symbolized the blending of cultures and industries, creating a power couple that resonates with fans across the globe. And similarly, stars like Shah Rukh Khan, known as the King of Bollywood, have become household names far beyond India, thanks to his charisma, humanitarian work, and decades of unforgettable performances. His story is one of persistence and resilience, showing that dedication to one's craft can transform a local actor into a global icon. And this international wave is also echoed by Blackpink, whose rise in the K-pop world has shown how music transcends language barriers, with their global tours and collaborations with Western artists solidifying them as one of the most influential girl groups of their era. And while the younger generation takes the stage, there are timeless figures like Meryl Streep, whose career spanning decades serves as a gold standard of acting excellence. Her ability to transform into any role has earned her more Academy Award nominations than any actor in history, reminding us that true artistry stands the test of time.
And at the same time, we see the rise of new storytellers like Timothée Chalamet, who has become a symbol of modern Hollywood with his critically acclaimed performances and his bold fashion choices that challenge red carpet norms, inspiring young people to embrace individuality and self-expression. And beyond acting and music, we also see celebrities making an impact in politics and philanthropy, such as George Clooney, whose career in Hollywood is matched by his humanitarian work, particularly in raising awareness for Darfur and supporting democratic causes alongside his wife Amal Clooney, who herself is a respected human rights lawyer. Together, they represent a union of celebrity and activism that extends beyond the entertainment industry. And then we have Keanu Reeves, who has become known not only for his legendary roles in films like The Matrix and John Wick, but also for his humility and kindness. Stories of his generosity to crew members and strangers alike have made him a beloved figure, proving that kindness is as memorable as talent. And when speaking of legacies, it is impossible not to honor stars like Chadwick Boseman, whose portrayal of Black Panther inspired millions around the world. His commitment to telling meaningful stories and his quiet battle with illness left a legacy of strength, perseverance, and representation that continues to inspire fans and filmmakers. And as we look at the blending of celebrity with digital platforms, someone like Mr. Beast shows how YouTube stardom has evolved into a new kind of celebrity. Using massive resources to create entertaining yet philanthropic content, he has shown that digital creators now sit alongside Hollywood stars in influence, reach, and impact. And in that same spirit, we cannot ignore how celebrities engage with their fans, because stars like Ariana Grande build communities through music, personal connection, and social media presence. She has evolved from a Nickelodeon star to one of the most powerful voices in pop music. Her journey showing how relatability, vulnerability, and artistic growth can create a lifelong bond with fans around the world.
If you love celebrity stories, inspiring journeys, and deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars, then this is the video for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.